what is the current issue about population in Malaysia and how can we overcome it?
To overcome this issue, we must empower women. Because study shows that women with access to reproductive health service find it easier to break out from poverty, while those who work are more likely to use birth control. The United Nations Population Fund aims to tackle both issues at once, running micro-edit projects to turn young women into advocates to reproductive health. So what is about the issue in terms of society?
One of the issues of this goal maybe is health of communities, because still according to research, Malaysian citizens, especially from those in Southeast Asia, most of them are in overweight. Maybe they have the diabetes or high blood pressure or high cholesterol, something like that. So to overcome this, I would suggest government can provide a healthy lifestyle campaign for the citizens on how to live a healthier life.
So the another issue is housing area, because rapid growth causes that the insufficient to meet the number of citizens. So maybe the government can release more affordable house that the fresh social people can afford it.
What is renewable energy based on your understanding?
Okay, renewable energy is energy that is collected from renewable resources which are naturally replenished on a human timescale such as sunlight, wind, rain, waves and geothermal heat.
How about you? Where can this renewable energy will be around us?
Public indoors with light and lamp in the public areas. Installation of solar in resident areas of the state, commercial zones and industrial zones.
How about the benefits of renewable energy?
Okay, benefits wise, it reduces greenhouse gas emission and it has a continuous supply, which means an infinity supply. It can be replenished within a short period of time, and pollution wise, very less compared to non-renewable energy. That's all.
Actually, how do you apply the step of a systematic, progressive and innovative can lead the well-being of the communities and cities?
We should apply green neighborhood to practice green lifestyle. So this leads to a consumption and protection of natural resources. Besides that, this improves the public health and welfare of the communities.
Okay, I understand. So, otherwise, how do we solve the issue that cities face, such as a natural disaster?
Basically, we will give a suggestion that we have to search a location and a landscape so that it can provide a safe spot and to apply infrastructure for the communities. This gives the needs for the communities and helps to secure and save from the disaster.
My name is Xiaowen Xin, student ID 1001540771. After studying the Sustainable Development Goals, Goal 11, which is sustainable cities and communities, I have learned that in Malaysia, citizens' health condition and well-being are declining rapidly. So is our green areas also shrinking at an alarming rate. Some of the initiatives that Malaysia is taking is to practice green lifestyle, protect and conservatively use of natural resources, and also the application of green technology, such as the solar energy used for street lighting that is widely used in Time Ready. From this, I will try to practice waste composting with my families to reduce the landfill waste contribution.
Hi, I am Raymond Quinn, student ID 1001540540. What I have learned from the topic of sustainable cities and communities is that the fresh graduates are joining the market with an average pay of 2,500 ringgit, and with the Malaysia houses cost more than what they could afford. Therefore, to improve this challenge, I think the salary of the employees should increase or the price of the housing should lower down. With these changes, I think we, the communities, can afford to pay or buy houses that is not too expensive.
Hi, my name is Bong Tai Ho. My student ID is 1001-850540. So the lesson that I have learned from Showcase of Goal 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, is to make cities and human settlement inclusive. The current issue that happened in Kuala Lumpur alone is closer to 2,000 people are homeless. So to solve this problem, there are 3 steps to prevent, which are first step is to prevent people from homeless at first by providing them emergency response, to support them food, shelter and day program, and lastly to provide them accommodation and support to move people out of homelessness.
My name is Sang Siu Wei. My ID number will be 10014-39352. So the lesson that I learned from Goal 11, which is Sustainable Cities and Communities, is that the health issue in Malaysia is getting serious from time to time, especially those persons with hypertension, with diabetes, cholesterol and obesity without concerning about their food intakes. So citizens with high cholesterol, especially those persons with high cholesterol, is approaching about 7 million in Malaysia. Thus, I would like to suggest Malaysian government to organize a healthy campaign, which also participate the family members to join in, such as the hiking campaign or the cycling campaign or something like walkathon, to improve Malaysian citizens' health level. For instance, the campaign may also help to strengthen the happiness or the relationship between the family members. The most important thing is that we have to take precaution steps before it's too late. Do not wait until it's been verified as a disease.
Hi, my name is Ruben Rin. My student ID is 1001-884401. Based on my understanding of sustainable cities and communities, I achieve to make cities inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. The issues that I have encountered in most cities are air pollution caused acid rain, health issues, and eventually global warming. In order to overcome this problem, we should practice safe and sustainable transport, which means the use of such as hybrid cars, use of public transport often, or even travel in a group, or also be known as carpooling. These steps will actually reduce the heat emission on the earth and carbon monoxide and provide a healthy environment. So that's all from me. Thank you.
My ID number is 1001850780. My understanding about sustainable communities and cities is to ensure access to safe and affordable housings and upgrading slum settlements. The issues we face is high temperatures about global warming. My solution for this issue is creating green in public place to reduce temperature.
My My name is Edmund Stong and my student ID is 10015407770. The issue that I mentioned in the video before about the inadequate affordable housing. From the research that show most fresh graduates are joining market with an average pay of 2,005 ringgit Malaysia and 77% graduate they say they don't have any saving. The solution that I suggest is Malaysia government need to build more affordable housing to solve inadequate housing by population rapidly grow. The lesson that I learned from the lifetime is have regular saving in every month and spend it wisely.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Syamuddin bin Hilmi Hamid and my student ID is 10017489975. So basically what I learned in this subject is first, I must be on time because previous this class I always late coming to the class and I always wake up late also, but since I realized that I have trouble or maybe problem with that, so I need to be on time. And then second, what I learned in this subject is I need to listen carefully what lecturers say, which is sometimes I'm not focusing enough to know what is the subject. Maybe it's too early for me, and also I need to maybe I have not give the most important, like I didn't focus on this subject. Okay, and then next, what I learned in this group project, first I just realized that one of my skill is I always prepare doing group project and very good on impromptu, because during we are doing our booth, I didn't even my group didn't even plan everything. We just do what we think and what we saw. That's it. And then the second that I learned in this group project is handling 30 people in the group have many challenges, which is we need to split the works, and also to prevent some students they're trying to escape to doing the assignment, so basically they can become free riders. Okay, and then last but not least, the most important that I learned in this group project is becoming a good leader for the group, which is very important for future when I'm working in the company. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Shazad Pathan. My student ID is 1001748777, and I am a first year second semester student studying Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. For me, I can say that university life was actually the most interesting subject for me in this semester when compared to my other 4 subjects, because what I learned in university life was not some theory or formula that I'll forget or never use again, but I learned on how to live a better life, how to improve myself as an individual, what habits I have are good or bad and need to be stopped, and also what I can do to get a better chance of being successful in life, and not just in academics but being successful while juggling academics and all the other important aspects of life. During our assignment 2, the thing I acquired most from it was knowledge about how the countries of the world are working towards developing a sustainable world through the sustainable development goals that they have set. I also learned about the progress our city KL has made in achieving these goals and the initiatives it has taken to better achieve them. As for my self-reflection, through the presentation in the booth, I learned that I can actually be a good presenter and explain to my visitors well without having them lose their attention, because I keep my explanations simple and cheerful so that they don't get bored and lose interest. I've also learned across the duration of the semester that I tend to be lazy and always leave things to the last minute, which always gets me in trouble, as whatever I need to do, be it classes or assignments, ends up being late. And I need to, and also I want to improve on this in my next semester, because I myself want to be a better student and a better person too.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Mahmoud Abdullah. My student ID number is 1001646095.
In University Life course, I have learned that simple acts like thinking and remembering events are actually more complex, and there are more to be realized. There are steps to them that give an explanation to many of the things that we think just happen, and that there are actually ways that we can improve how we perform them that could be drastically improved by learning experience and make it easier. I have learned that I tend to be a quitter. I don't really see things through and usually tend to drop tasks instead of searching where I'm going wrong, and I could probably use a little more perseverance. What could I improve is I would ask myself where I'm going wrong instead of just repeating the same thing over and over again. I have learned that you could always learn something new even about the little things you do every day unconsciously. And that if you want to make changes in your life, it starts with the little things like the way you view things, your perspective on life, your habits, and that's the way to go about changing the way you ensure that it will actually last.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Samir Bashir. My ID is 1001748277. What I have learned in university life is to always be on time, because usually I'm always late. I started to come early in the morning to attend university life. And also I have learned many other things, like how to study, prepare for exams, midterms, finals, and these kind of things. And also I have learned other stuff, like discipline, how to control the attitude and the anger, how to respect others, and how to be polite, not to be shy and to be confident in the class and ask questions. And on the other hand, I have learned also that there is many things that they are bad habits. I have to control and be good. That's it.
I am Chabidin. My student ID number is 10017485. Currently, I'm majoring in finance economy. In uni life course, I've learned to keep learning. When we learn, we gain confidence for trying new things and stretching ourselves. If we always learning, when we face a familiar problem, we can solve the problem decide on the new knowledge. In the showcase, I was assigned to do the video editing part. It was a very great and fun experience to work with a group of people. I've learned that a good teamwork is the key to success. Besides that, I have also realized that we can actually make cities and communities sustainable together if we are willing to help each other and contribute a little bit more to the society. Don't underestimate yourself. You can really make a difference.
Hello, my name is Thaqib Abdullahi Tahir. ID number 1001747097. And I have learned a lot more than I had expected to this semester in university life. Studying the course has given me perspective on what I should strive for and expect in my time in UCSI and afterwards. It has been a very informative experience, especially on the topic of which I was one of the presenters for in the showcase, sustainable cities and communities, from which I learned the current progress of sustainable cities and development, and my ability to explain it to others in good and an understandable manner. In short, what I have learned in university life this semester has helped me and will continue to help me in future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kumri and my ID is 1001542014. For what I learned from university life is more efficient living. Example like how to change your bad habit into a good habit, how to manage your time and manage your money, what you need to do to achieve your goal, and solving problem and making decision with your teammate. For what I discovered from myself is also I am an adult, but I still have a lot of shortcomings. Like I cannot concentrate when I was studying, not so actively facing things, and cannot insist one thing to do. That's the weakness I need to improve, and I will continue improve in the future. I want thanks for the whole semester. University life teach me a lot. And for what I learned from university life that can help me to achieve my goal is persevere. No matter what you do, you must persist. Give up halfway, you will never succeed. And keep learning. No matter what you do or how high the position. Plant melon, you will get melon. Sow beans, you will get beans. You will get what you sow for. For what I learned from the books is now more than half the world population now living in the urban area. By 2050, the figure will be reached to 6.5 million people. Sustainable development cannot be achieved without significantly transforming the way we build and manage our urban space. Our main sustainable cities and communities targets are transport system, effects of national disasters, safe and affordable housing, culture and national heritage, green and public space, support least developed countries, environment impact of cities, policy for inclusion, resource efficiency, and disaster risk reduction. Making cities safe and sustainable means ensure access to safe and affordable housing, and upgrading the slum settlements. It also involves investment in public transport, creating green public space, and improve the urban plan and management in a way that both participatory and inclusive. Also, the main initiatives in Kuala Lumpur are improving public transport ridership and greening the city, creating iconic place and attraction, and also attracting talents, establish a world-class riverfront area. Those initiatives help us to improve our living environment better.
Hi, my name is Lim Jia Singh and I'm studying in logistics management. Target of our goal is sustainable city and communities. My responsibility is to share information for my teammates, and I am in charge in both activities. I discovered that I am poor in memorizing. After having classes of uni life, I think memorizing is important for my life, so I need to improve myself in this part. If I encounter with a similar situation in my future, I will try to write down all the notes to remind myself. The most important thing that I have learned in this assignment is we must take more responsibility and more discuss with our team.
Hello, my name is Hannah, student ID 10018803. I study logistics management. Our group target goal is sustainable cities and communities. I'm in charge of these activities. Uni life subject helped me realize that I don't have good organizational skills. Therefore, it helped me improve my organization and procrastinate less, which improved my productivity and concentration in class. For example, with the taking notes chapter, which helped me a lot. The most important thing this assignment taught me is to be more time efficient and to communicate more with my teammates. If I'm put in a similar situation in my future, I will try to communicate more with my teammates and include everyone in the conversation and decision making.
Hi, my name is Lee Denzil and study business administrations. In this assignment, I taking the responsibility in designing the book activities and finding the online source material for the assignment. LL101 University Life, I discovered that I have been using the wrong study skill for my past. facing the similar situations, I will try to improve my study skill by applying the skill 3R, which is survey, questions, read, recite, and review. I think that the most important thing that I can learn throughout this assignment is that how to communicate and working with people that are from different culture and religions, and it will be really useful for me for achieving goal in my future.
Hello, my name is Antonio Teno. I'm doing business administration in UCSI. My role was to gather information and edit videos. Hello, I have discovered that with teamwork, I can be able to work together with people and form a great partnership in achieving goals. If I am faced with the similar situations in life, I will apply the skills I have learned in university life in order to deal with the situation at hand. I have learned that time management is an important thing, and we need to be time conscious in order to achieve goals in the future.
Hi, I'm Rahman and I'm studying finance and investment. I'm in charge for taking videos and pictures of the group. I have discovered that I'm able to solve the difficult problems, especially when I work with a group. I will be more patient and take my time before I make any decision, and ask my friends who have bigger experience than me. I have learned to work with the group and solve the problems by my critical thinking.
My name is Paul Boon Tai. I study logistics management. My responsibility and contribution to the group is finding the info on the internet for the assignment and in charge of group activities. I have discovered that I cannot cope with the stress for my study, and sometimes I feel very tired after the class. But now I have learned the way of managing the stress for my study in the university life class and cope it even better. If I am facing the similar situation, I can cope with the stress, be calm, manage the schedule even better, and solve the problem wisely in the future. I think that the most important thing is the teamwork skill that can be achieved in my personal life and also my future work life as I pursue and achieve my goals, so that I can do my job with my knowledge even better in the future.
Hello, my name is Rosa Dundang and I'm from Pataragin.
Okay, what have you discovered about yourself?
What I have discovered is that I can do more than I think.
What is the most important thing that you have learned from this assignment that can be applied in your personal life to achieve goals?
The important thing is to make prediction about the things that I'm doing, and that prediction can help me in my future decisions.
Hi everyone, my name is Shaima. I'm studying business administration, and my responsibility in this assignment was finding and collecting information for our group. What I have discovered about myself in this assignment is, well, I'm a shy person, but since we start taking uni life classes, I start working with other people and in teams. So I discovered that I'm a good person in communicating with others, but all what I have to do is to break the fear border. If I have faced a similar situation in the future, well, I will try to improve my communication with others more and more, and I also will try to improve our teamwork and take our teamwork to the higher level. What I have learned that achieving goals is not that difficult thing, but it's also not an easy thing to do. All what I have to do is to have a clear vision for my goals, and I also have to improve my skills. And the most important thing is keep trying and never give up.
Hello, my name is Sanong Ching and I study in Business Administration, and my responsibility is searching the information and gather for my group members. I have discovered that I lack of confidence, so I must be more brave to achieve my goal. If I face a similar situation, I must be more brave and use the skills that I learned from the university life to make my life more better. In university life, this subject, I learned how to manage my money, to be more flexible in my future for achieving those more easily.
My name is Ahmad Yafil. I'm studying Bachelor in Logistics Management. My main responsibility for the UniLife project is to find information which is required for setting up business. I have discovered about myself from studying this subject is that I need to be more goal-oriented and time-oriented compared to now. So if I face the same situation in the future, I would like to use the same principle and try to achieve my goals according to the SMART objective. By taking this subject, what I've learned is it's very important to have a certain goal if you want to achieve success in the future. So I will use the same technique in my personal life and also in my career.
Hi, my name is Yang Lian. I am my major in computer science. I become in group activities intensive. I discovered that I am not in the part of time management. I always waste a lot of time for doing something that are unnecessary. I will put in more effort to communicate with my team members to find out the most effective way to complete the work. From this assignment, I learned how to manage my time properly, and it has helped me save a lot of time for complete the work.
Hello everyone, my name is Rustam and I study business administration. In this assignment, I was assigned to be a group leader by my group members, and my responsibility is to make sure that everyone is contributing and working as a team. What I have discovered about myself is, to be honest, I was quite lazy and sleepy. I have never been on time to classes or anything like meetings with my group members. So I learned to be on time, not only into classes but in everything I do in my daily life. Well, if I encounter with a similar situation in the future, I would put much more effort on the task or the assignment that I will be given, and I would do it on time without procrastinating. One of the most important things that I have learned from this subject is to become a better listener while having a conversation or having a discussion with my group members, and to take into account their point of view when making a decision.